Alright, so the Justice League trailer has recently dropped. Here's why this is important. Because within the last few months, unfortunately, because of the death of someone inside of Zack Snyder's family, Zack Snyder's not the director anymore. Zack Snyder directed things like Man of Steel, one of my favorite Superman movies, and also Sucker Punch. Like probably one of the worst movies ever. But also Watchmen. So he has a good visual style and some good directorial movies under his belt. But also, because of him not being able to do the rest of the movie, the directors has to change. And the person that they got to direct the movie is Joss Whedon, the guy that brought us the first Avengers movie. So this is placed in good hands, and this new trailer is following the events of Batman versus Superman, which means Superman is gone, Batman is still here trying to basically pick up the pieces, a world without hope, and this trailer more than likely will be able to show us where Joss Whedon is actually going to be able to take the movie. So this is exciting. Let's watch the trailer.
Take that
That was
as a
my
yes.
Superman.
What?
The ring.
Oh my God. Close to this girl.
The world remains in mourning after the death of Superman. Violence, acts of war, and terrorism are all on the rise.
I had a dream. It was the end of the world.
Steppenwolf. What the one? Now, when are they going to show Apocalypse?
I think it's something more. Something darker.
We're asking people we don't know to
Jason
risk their
Momoa's
lives.
Aquaman is going to be the dopest
Strong
thing.
man is strongest alone. You ever heard that? That's not a saying. That's the opposite of what the saying is. Divided. We are not enough. The world needs Superman. I made him a promise. This is why I brought you together. Right ain't over yet.
My man.
Oh, awesome. That's a bat signal. That's your... Oh, sorry. That's your signal. That means we have to go now.
Yeah, that's what that means.
It's so cool.
Okay, so a lot to unpack in this. First of all, there's definitely a tonal shift from the first couple trailers to now. Showing the first clip of Superman and Lois Lane kind of shows the difference between, you know, what him being there and what him not being there looks like and how she's affected by it. So that means that there's going to be at least a narrative story with Superman there, which is really exciting, and Amy Adams just not there to just look up at the sky like everybody else. And there's something for her to actually do, because at first I'm like, what is she here for? What is she here in this movie for? But now that I see that she's actually doing something and, you know, has to deal with Superman, pretty amazing. That's going to be a good, just going to be able to ground us in this movie. Second thing, I think Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller as Aquaman and Flash are going to pretty much steal this movie. The only person in this movie that I'm like iffy about is Cyborg, because Cyborg's first renderings haven't been that great, but you know, now they're starting to amp it up and it's starting to look good. But at the same time, you know, he's a theater actor, so I'm assuming that, you know, he's got some good acting chops, but that could be very different from actual film. So it could be really bad or it could be really good. And the only way to actually know that is until I see the movie. But I will put in a lens of faith because I felt the same way about Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman. And when we saw Wonder Woman, it was awesome. She was dope. So it's like, okay, well, she's dope. There's no problem with that. I'm going to put some faith in what they're doing with Cyborg. The other thing is you can tell that Joss Whedon wrote some of the quippy little lines. So you can tell a lot of Joss Whedon's jokes are placed inside of this movie, and maybe they reshot some scenes that way that they can make it more like what Joss Whedon would do, which is okay, which is cool as long as it doesn't deteriorate from the story. And I'm excited for some of the things that were said, like the fact that Ben Affleck said that there was something darker, kind of alluding to Darkseid. And for you comic book nerds, you know what Darkseid is. And if you don't know who Darkseid is, look it up. Just look it up. A lot of Themyscira is placed in this film, and I think that's a smart idea because Wonder Woman worked out very, very well. And so to take the elements of Themyscira, the parts that I personally wanted to see more of and place in this film was a great idea, great visuals. And it just looks really, really good. At this point though, like it's in a month. So like, and they say November, but not the actual date. So at this point, I don't need to see anything else. I'm good. Just let me see the movie and let me judge it for myself. And hopefully it's not crap. So look, let me know what you thought of the Justice League trailer, what things that you saw that I might have not saw, and also some things that you agree with, whether you like it or whether you don't. Regardless of such, just start a conversation. And remember, have a blessed day and a blessed life.